Hey everyone, it's Rosalind. I am so glad you're here to garden with me. Today I thought I would do something a little different and show you how we cut flowers from our flower garden and arrange them into bouquets for our flower farm. So the first thing that I always do is I make sure that the scissors I'm using to cut my flowers with is sanitized, and the water that I put my flowers in, I always make sure it has flower food in it. And you can get flower food off of Amazon or wherever is most convenient for you. And that is just so the flowers can rest in flower food and it gives them the longest vase life. So let's head into the cut flower garden and I will show you around. Before I start cutting though, I need to show you guys this. Look at these poppies. Oh, it's just stunning. And there's some Rebecca here, backed up by the clematis. And there's some more Rebecca on this side. And these poppies are kind of fading out already. But, oh, aren't they so lovely? So the best time to be cutting your flowers is early in the morning. They will be less prone to wilting because they won't have faced the heat of the day yet. When you're cutting, always make sure that your flowers aren't quite open yet and cut deep into your plant. I always say when you think you've cut deep enough into your plant, cut a little deeper actually, because you can always take off of your stem length, but you can never add to your stem. I always remove the bottom leaves because the leaves in your water can actually introduce bacteria to the water and therefore shorten your vase life. When cutting zinnias, I always say to do the shake test. So can you see how that one is, like when I shake the stem, its head is moving back and forth, so that's not ready for cutting yet. Now this one, see how that one is not shaking at all? So that's stiff enough to use in a vase. Sunflowers are the same way, so this sunflower isn't quite open yet, but you can see a little bit of color. I'm going to cut deep into the plant. Look at that stem length, and I just remove all of the leaves out in the field. That way I don't have a mess inside. All right, let's head inside with everything that we've cut today. I have the cut flowers all arranged into their different categories. I have them sitting in their flower food water, and I'm going to let them rest for a few hours before I start arranging them. The flowers have been resting for a few hours, so I'm going to start with my main flower today, which is a sunflower. And I am going to add a little bit of foliage around it. So I have lemon basil, and that's what I'm using as my foliage. So the next thing I'm going to add is my disc flowers. And today that's zinnias. That could be cosmos, Orlea, anything like that. But I kind of like to hold my bouquet away from myself. And instead of, having it up in my face, I feel like I can arrange it better like that. Next thing I'm going to do is add some spikes. And that is my snapdragons. You can kind of lay it in between your zinnia stems. The next thing I'm going to add is just a little filler flower. And these are called Winged Everlasting. You could also use feverfew or something like that. And then again, I'm just going to arrange it right in between the other stems. Doing 3 again. I'm going to add a little bit more foliage, which is the basil. You can do 3 stems if you like. Going around. And this is just to make your bouquet look fuller. And then I like to add a little sparkle flower, which is, today I have some tiny baby's breath. So I'm going to add that in. Again, just do 3 stems. The last thing I'm adding to the bouquet is cress. Isn't this beautiful? It just adds a little sparkle and a little bit of foliage to your bouquet. I'm going to lay it right in there. Do another stem. And you have a nice looking full bouquet. Since I am making this bouquet for a customer, I am just going to add a rubber band to the bottom, or to the stems to kind of hold the whole bouquet together. After I have my rubber band on the stems, then I just snip the bottoms of the stems to make sure that everything is the same length. Since I have this as a bouquet order, I am going to put a wrap around it, and I'll show you how I do that. Cut it at the length that I need it. I fold this in half. And cut it again. This strip of paper is 9 inches. I'm going to lay my bouquet right in here. I fold it up like this. Take my hot glue gun, put some glue right there, and press it down. And that is all there is to it. You have a lovely wrapped bouquet. I hope it's been fun and helpful to you to see these flower arrangements come together. Thank you so much for being here today and making flower arrangements with me. I will see you in the next video. Bye.